Hello again. My name is Felisha Hennessey, and I'm a licensed realtor in both California and now in Texas. This video is most definitely for my California people. If you are not from California, you're just not going to understand the comparisons that I'm making between the Woodlands and the surrounding cities and California. It just won't be familiar to you. So in this video, I'm going to compare the Woodlands and Montgomery, Conroe to the cities in California that we're all very familiar with. Okay, and I'm going to start with Orange County. So if I had to compare the Woodlands to a city in Orange County, it would be Irvine. There are parts of it that are very like Tustin Ranch-esque, but for the most part, it's very much kind of like Irvine. So I would compare the Woodlands to Orange County. And then if you're looking at the map, then I would say Conroe and Montgomery are kind of our inland empire, right? Corona, Riverside, before that area got really built up. So maybe circa like 2003, 4, 5. So I grew up in Tustin Ranch and my family moved out to Corona in 2003. But when we moved there, everything was still newly being built and you could still get homes for $280,000 and you just can't anymore. I specifically remember my parents looking at this new build community in Norco Hills and the home was probably around $300,000, $1 million homes now. So when I say I'm comparing Conroe and Montgomery to Corona and Riverside, it's Corona and Riverside circa 2003, 4, 5 when it was still being built and still affordable. So that's kind of what we're seeing right now out here in the cities that surround the Woodlands. So if you think of Houston as like LA, the Woodlands is kind of Orange County, and then everything else kind of the Inland Empire, right? If you're working your way up the 91 and then to the 15 and the 215, this is kind of the situation here. So there is tons, and I mean tons, of new build in Conroe and Montgomery, and I'll throw up the map here. There are tons of new build communities popping up. So if you are familiar with Corona, Riverside, even like Menifee, Murrieta being built, that is what is happening here right now. This is good news for you if you are planning on making that move and you do want to be in the Woodlands, that OC kind of area, then you can still get in for $455, like a typical single family 4-bedroom home here, probably about $450, but it's going to probably be a little bit dated, right? Those homes were built not in the last couple of years like you're going to get in new build outside of the Woodlands. So you might have some cosmetic stuff to do, which can be fun. And of course, it goes up from there, right? Once you hit 5, 6, then it's really, really beautiful. But you could also push out a little farther and go to Conroe or Montgomery and get something brand spanking new for about $350, a 4-bedroom, 2-bath for about $350 in one of the new build communities. When you start looking outside of the Woodlands, then you have, MUDs, municipal utility district, that gets put onto your property tax. So that kind of raises the property taxes. So you have like a wide range here in the Woodlands. I've seen 2.18 in Conroe, and Montgomery I've seen 1.8, 1.9, but then once you get into new build and stuff, those MUDs and everything kind of take it up to 3.2. So your property tax range it's kind of large. Again, if you're familiar with the new build scenario in like Menifee, Murrieta, you're probably already paying that property tax rate, so it's not going to be a big adjustment for you. So I know that this isn't going to mean anything if you're not from California, but I hope that if you are from California and you do recognize, the same pattern that I can see here with kind of the Inland Empire growth that's happening on the outskirts of the Woodlands. And that it also helps you make a decision for your soon-to-be move to Texas. And if you have any questions, go ahead, comment below, like the video, subscribe to my channel, and when you ask questions, it helps inspire my next videos. So if you have that question, so does somebody else thinking about making the move. So go ahead and ask.